right, so this week I got a prep email from one Mel Reid, which was very exciting, with subject line, Anna Bloody Jackson, and body of the email, notes on the posh one. The one, the only, the very, very posh Anna Jackson is officially joining quietly.
She's well posh, everyone. Anna, I've not seen you in so long.
Hi, honey. I know. What's it been? Less than 12 hours.
I know.
Since you left Stamford, Connecticut.
Don't even start. I'm so deprived of seeing both of you in person, so I'm so jelly.
I know, Kira K. It's been a while.
So before you, I just had a quick chat with Anna just to loosen her up a little bit, Kira.
Oh, good. Tell me.
And,
Tell me all the things.
I was actually saying, so when I work with, obviously I work with both of you, but when I work with Anna, she thinks she's like the queen at NBC. And I was like, well, Kira's the queen of the podcast. So I've got two absolute queens that boss me around everywhere. I've got both of you.
No, you are so wrong, Mel. You can't. First of all, Anna, I could not think of a worse description for somebody. Anna does not think that she's the queen. She is the most lovely, happy to help anybody. She's never from on high. She's just the most down to earth, lovely, slightly posh person in our life.
Yeah, Mel.
And I might act like the queen here. I don't know. Sorry.
Yes, no, and as you should, because otherwise this wouldn't work.
You are doing me a disservice. I'm going to say this to the audience, to the listeners. You're selling me out to be something that I'm not. Come on, just
set the record straight. Set the record straight, Anna.
Okay. Are you from the south?
I mean, I'm from the south of the bottom of England. Sure,
right, that's posh.
Wait, isn't Essex in the south?
Essex is in the south.
Isn't that like the Jersey Shore of England?
It is. It is.
I wouldn't consider that to be posh.
So but she's London posh.
1 point redundant. Please continue.
Okay, 2. Did you go to an all-girls school?
I did. But that was, but it's all part of the story, Mel. It's all part of becoming who you are in life. You know,
So anyway, Anna's posh. And we love it. We love you for it because I'm a bit common. So we kind of
she has a friend named Chip.
Yes, a friend named Chip.
But to clarify, her name is Chip because she breastfed like a chipmunk. So therefore, as her best friends, as soon as we found this story out, she will eternally be known as Chip, which is fair enough, I think.
Oh, which is pretty posh, though.
So, Kira, tell the story of Chip and Jim Nance.
My gosh.
Not me, Anna.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm getting you both mixed up because you're both my host. Anna. Okay, so Kira, listen to the story that Anna's going to say about Chip and Jim Nance.
It's a funny story. So my best mate, Chip, we've been best mates since we've been, 4 or 5 years old. She knows absolutely nothing about golf. Nothing about golf. Her husband knows nothing about golf. He's in the interior design world. He's just launched a new range of interior design in London. She's just sort of there as... They've got 3 kids.
Very.
She's just sort of like there as the wife. She's hilarious. I mean, she is the most untrustworthy. She's very Mel Reid. She's one of the most untrustworthy person that you would put in a room of people that you really want to impress.
Yeah, fair. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
She is a reprobate. Very, very funny. Anyway.
A liability, some might say.
Mm.
Yeah, turns out she is in the room, happens to randomly be Jim Nance. She's got no idea who Jim Nance is. Obviously knows nothing about the golf. So I wake up at 5 a.m., I think, during the week of the US Open. And I wake up to a photo of Chip saying, surprise. And there she is just sending me a photo of her basically got her leg cocked round Jim Nance at like a black tie dinner. And she's like, look who I was with last night. I was like, in what world have these two... How have these two worlds collided? Anyway, he was there for a function. She called me and she goes, Jim Nance fucking loves me. I was like,
I have to meet Chip.
I was like, you're a joke. I know.
Should we get Chip on the pod?
We need Chip and you on the pod. We need both of you on the pod.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Well, Anna, you have become lore on the pod. You know how when podcasts go on for a while, you start developing these jokes and friends of the pod. So I got a message the other day from this girl that said, I was in Jackson, Wyoming, and when I saw the Jackson sign, all I could think was, Anna Jackson!
Mate, you're famous. You're famous.
Where did that come from? Anna Jackson! I kind of like it.
It comes from Mel.
Oh, does it me?
No, because you... I think so. Oh, maybe it was me.
I think it was you. Because I was posh and you were doing a posh
whenever
accent.
you introduce yourself on the show on Golf Channel, I just have this vision of you being so just happy to be there and happy about life. Yes. And you go, hello, I'm Anna Jackson. And
I know.
and I don't know, that's just developed into how I talk about. No, you say, Anna Jackson here.
Thank you.
Welcome into Golf Central. So much to discuss today. Let's jump right in, shall we?
Always so much to discuss. Always. I know. Someone's got to be happy to be there talking about golf, haven't they?
Yeah,
exactly. Isn't it amazing when an
American...
when an American tries to do a British accent? It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's either like cool blimey or it's like the Queen.
Yeah.
I think I trend toward Queen.
Yeah,
yes,
you do.
But mine is so Queen. Good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not just be nice. Be nice, Anna.
Yeah.
Just lie to me and fake it.
Is it
the best?
Is it as good as like my American accent? Because I feel like I could maybe like do like a whole show in American. What do you
sound
think?
like a cross between Minnesota and Texas.
Yeah, she's too posh to do an American accent.
Can you do an American accent?
Hang on, I can only do South. Hey y'all. Hang on. No, I can't. No, do you know what? I don't watch much American TV anymore, so I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay, but you like literally live in America.
Yeah, I know. And my wife is American.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So Anna, for those that might not know Anna the way that we know Anna is an incredibly talented host and broadcaster and media personality at Golf Channel and NBC Sports. So that is how we all came to know each other. We all work together from time to time, which is always so much fun. But Anna, you mentioned before the story of how our lives all come to be and all girls school and all of that. So take us back to the beginning and how you actually found yourself from the south of England all the way in lovely Stamford, Connecticut.
Gosh, all the way back to the beginning. So just 22 years ago then. So I was very, very lucky. And I do say lucky because you don't choose the family that you're born into, do you? But luckily my family loved golf. They just bloody loved golf. So golf, I suppose, it's always been a part of my life. I used to go down to the range with my dad, and then I picked up a few lessons as a kid with my mate Catherine, and we'd, like, the motivation of the lesson would be the longest drive of the lesson would get a free Twix back in the pro shop, and I was pretty rotund as a child, so that was the perfect motivation.
She was a bit podge.
but she's very tall now, so
yeah,
it all stretched out. It all stretched out.
Yeah.
So golf was kind of always there, always in my life. And then I think at school growing up, I always just loved performing, which was kind of weird because I was a bit of like a shy, introverted kid, but there was something about like getting up in front of the class and doing a presentation or an assembly, or there was just something I just always loved. Always a big drama gal, a big music gal. So I loved the performance side, and then ended up going to uni and doing theatre at uni. Quickly realized.
This is why Anna and I are friends.
Yeah, I know. We love a good musical. Quickly realized I wasn't ever going to be a thespian. That just wasn't the road. But my uni had an amazing college TV department. So they had like a little college student studio. So I started to just go in there and like present the student show that would then get put out across the canteen and the library. And,
do you have these videos somewhere?
I'm Oxford Brooks TV. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
I'm finding it.
We have to find that.
Yeah. And so anyway, so then I was like, this is great. Like, this is so fun. I'm loving this. So after, I guess, 3 years at uni, I put a little like university show reel together, and I was like, how am I going to turn this into a job? Where do we go from here? And so honestly, for those 4 or 5 years out of uni, the amount of crap that I did, because I hadn't really considered sport, because this is what, 2010, 2011, there weren't really many women really broadcasting in sport, even 15 years ago. So I never really connected the dots. So the opportunities that were there were like red carpet reporting and dating shows and property shows. And so again, God forbid the depths of YouTube, what's out there. But like, oh my God, this is quite a funny story. Like an example of the kind of stuff that I was trying to do like, I'm not sure if the phrase gimp mask has come up on this podcast before, but no time like the present.
Sorry, say again?
You know what that is, don't you?
No?
Yes, I knew she wouldn't know what it is.
What is a gimp mask?
Just Google it. Just explain it, Anna.
I'm terrified.
It's like I probably wouldn't Google it. But anyway, so don't
Google it on your work computer.
So I was
too late.
I was like,
maybe should I not press enter?
Yeah, just press enter. Just
carry on. Oh my God.
So for example, I saw an advert and it said like looking for young female, outgoing, doesn't mind putting on the odd costume. I was thinking, kids TV presenter, putting on whatever, a Christmas outfit at Christmas. I was like, I could, high energy, likes to laugh. I was like, okay, let's go. Got the bus across London, go to this place, follow the address. And I get there and it is a sort of a warehouse with the word in 30-foot letters in red, flame, with a arrow on the end of the E. So I go in there and I'm like, okay, go up the stairs. Relatively normal people upstairs in the little interview area. And all around the room was mannequins with like latex sex outfits, gimp masks, sex toys. I was like, oh God. And anyway, being so English and
so you were like, yes, this is polite.
Great. but they were paying like 500 quid a day. And when you're 21, that's a lot of money. Yeah. Anyway, so I was far too English and way too polite to walk out. So I did the interview and they were like, so how would you feel about interviewing someone in a gimp mask? I was like, yeah. So yeah.
Give it a go.
I'll think about it, but shouldn't be a problem.
Did you interview someone in a gimp mask?
Obviously not. So I walked out and I called my mum. I was like, Mum, this company is paying 500 quid a day. I mean, this could pay my rent for the next 6 months, et cetera, et cetera. And she was like, Anna, if you do that will be on the internet and that will ruin your career for the rest of your life. Anyway, so these were like the kind of like little things I was testing out. Anyway, so fast forward. It must have been, 2013, 14. I've been doing odd jobs for a couple of years. Me and my dad ended up going down to the Ladies European Tour event because we lived about 20 minutes from the home of the LET at the Buckinghamshire. And I got chatting to some of the women who worked on the LET. And they were like, you know what we can actually do with someone to come down and host a couple of Q&As at our events. So I did that for like a couple of months. And just at that time, I saw a publication come out about a show called Golfing World back in the UK, and IMG production that was broadcast on Golf Channel and Sky Sports Golf, and they were looking for a new female host for it's like a weekly magazine show because our good friend Cara Banks had been hosting the show for a few years and was about to jump ship over to Golf Channel, so they were looking for a new face. So I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. So went over to IMG, chatted to the producers. I knew enough about golf. I could swing a club. And before I knew
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Come January.
Just a little bit.
That's right. Come January of 2015, I was on a plane out to Abu Dhabi for the first DP World Tour event of the season, doing 4 years of a 25 to 30 week on the road schedule on the Ladies European Tour, the LPGA, PGA Tour, DP World Tour. We were doing like travel destination guides. We were doing golf. we were doing golf tips. It was the dream job. And that's when I first met Miss
And that's
Reid.
when we first met.
That's when we first met through the powers of Golfing World.
She came and did a piece on me. Yeah, she came up to Derby, well, Nottingham
did a little
actually.
Interview.
And came to my golf course and we did a little interview at my golf course. And that's how I first met Anna Jackson.
Anna Jackson.
Yeah, all them years ago.
Besties ever since.
About 10 years ago now.
Yeah,
easily. Oh my gosh. And look at us now.
And look at us now.
Oh, look at you guys now. I've just attached myself.
Yeah. That's when I had blonde peroxide.
Yes, that is when you had peroxide blonde hair.
Peroxide blonde hair, my little flyaways, and probably my collar up.
Bleach blonde.
Yeah, your little cheeky tufts at the side.
My mate used to do that for me, £1.50 used to cost us. We used to go down to the local hairdresser shop, the really cheap ones, and she used to buy a bottle of bleach and she used to do my hair for me until it started falling out, and then I decided to go to an actual hairdresser.
I mean, I would act shocked, but I'm not.
No, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked.
Mel is, though, developing her look, though, in the Golf Channel. She's opened up to fake eyelashes. She allegedly wore her hair down.
Oh, my gosh. This is what I was going to say. No. Wait, Mel, what is wrong with us? We missed out on breaking the internet without posting your photos of wearing your hair down on air live for the very first time in history, and probably the only time.
Yeah, probably the only time. I felt no, Kira, I did do it for the pod. I did it for the people. I've never been so uncomfortable in my entire life, and I couldn't stop touching my hair. Like I couldn't even focus. I couldn't get my words out. I didn't do a good show. And so that's why I put it up, for the greater good of my job.
I wasn't in a place where I was sat in front of a TV during the pregame show, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll catch her on the postgame. So I'm ready to go. I'm excited to watch Mel, and you're going through the highlights and blah, blah, blah. Leaderboard comes up, and then you go into the studio. Hello, I'm Anna Jackson here alongside Mel Reid and Brendan DeYoung. And who has her hair up? But Mel Reid, I was furious, absolutely furious.
All it only lasted one game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I need to ask somebody to clip it. I'll text somebody.
It looked great. You looked awesome. For the record.
I didn't. I think it would have been better if it was straight, but I don't know. Anyway.
Would you try again?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You really pushed
Anna, your hair looked great.
Anna always looks great.
Mel, you looked great too. You look great however you feel. The best.
Thanks.
I love to see you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Thank you for that.
But Anna, when you did this 4 or 5 year schedule, that's like grueling travel life.
Yeah.
How did you make the transition then to moving to lovely Orlando? That was your first stop before Stanford.
Yeah, it was.
And were you already married or dating Tom by then?
No. So when I was doing Golfing World, I started to kind of cross over a little, you just kind of meet people and chat. And that time at Golfing World was like so fundamental and crucial to learning about golf industry and tournaments and agents and getting to know players and all that kind of stuff. And I just got to know the guys and gals at Golf Channel. So I ended up kind of reporting a little bit for the Golf Channel as the European insider. And then after, 6 months of on and off doing that, I had an email from Molly Solomon saying, would you like to come out and be our new morning drive host out in Orlando? And Tom and I had maybe been dating, 2 years. I was like, how do you feel about moving to Orlando, honey? and there was no ring on the finger. There was no long-term commitment there. It was just a hunch. It was just a hunch that this was going to work out. And, so he was like, screw it. When opportunities like this come out, home will always be there. And like Mel, I think you can probably attest to this. Like you've just got to do it. And if it doesn't work out, you can come home, but you've just got to try it. So we packed up our flat, packed up our bags, and off we went to Orlando, Florida. And it was surreal. Bearing in mind as well, I was on the morning drive schedule. So you land and within 3 days, I'm up 5 days a week at 3:45 in the morning in makeup at 4:15. Like the sights that you see in downtown Orlando at 4 a.m. is quite something. But so that was wild. But then having said that, like what a cool thing to do to host a breakfast show. You were done by 9 a.m. So Tom and I would be playing golf most afternoons. I'd be in bed by 7:38, no kids, had all the freedom I could ever dream of. And it was awesome, but we were only there for about 18 months. And then obviously COVID hit and then we all relocated up to Stanford. So it was a bit of a dream, surreal 18 months in Florida, but amazing. Very cool.
Like a fever dream.
Kind of. And I miss the freedom. Kids are great, but I do.
They're so cute. Yours are so cute.
They are quite cute.
And we're all still in bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock anyway, aren't we? I'm literally asleep by 9 o'clock, mate.
I
don't know what's happened to me.
I know.
You're losing.
I'm losing it, mate. I'm losing my mojo. My reputation's going down the hill. It's going down the drain.
Happens to the best of us.
Anna's diagnosed me. Did you hear about this last week?
Yeah.
Did she do this on air?
Yes.
No, I didn't do it on air.
No, not on air officially, but it was off air. So when I
there's a big distinction.
Okay, same thing. So when I was we've come to the conclusion that I'm dyslexic because and Anna's diagnosed me, and I actually think she's right.
Does that surprise you, Kira?
No, I could totally see that.
Yeah. So
irrespectfully.
Listen.
Oh, for sure.
Now I know. I can go and get some help, so I can actually read off. Because I text Kira when I was doing that whole thing about like the Japanese golfers and the Thai golfers. I get quite confused, like reading letters and stuff. And so I think that's why I was muddling it up a little bit.
And by the way, this wasn't like, Mel, step into my office, I think you're dyslexic. It was like, we were having a conversation and she like stumbled over a word and she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, I think I'm dyslexic. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. You're definitely dyslexic.
No, I think I am. And I'm a bit like darty. And so I'm going to go and thanks to Anna, I'm actually going to go and get actual diagnosed, not just by Dr. Anna over here.
Or just Dr. Anna. I think you also texted me that Anna diagnosed you as having attention deficit disorder,
yes,
which I could
that.
also see.
No, I definitely have that. Yeah, but it's ideal when you're doing broadcasting.
It is a little hard because broadcast requires you to be so unnaturally focused. And for somebody that struggles with a little bit of focus from time to time, it can be not your happy place.
Yeah. And the problem is, because you have that as well, don't you, Anna?
Yeah, not the hyperactive kind.
No, I've got the hyper one, I think.
I
can struggle with focus as well, too.
Yeah. Maybe it's our age.
I know, well, and also this is kind of how the conversation came up because we were just chit-chatting away for hours as we do, and we were like, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? And I was like, I think there's a bit of ADD dyslexia going in there, just age.
Well, this is the problem. I do feel quite bad, and I know that this is in me, but it's just me, so it's just, I'm sorry, it's just what you get. But poor Anna, after a show, just wants to go and actually do some admin and some work, and I obviously can't be on my own, even though I'm next door to her in the next dressing room. So
you're like a little puppy. You're like, what are we doing between shows for the next 5 hours?
Such a dickhead.
No, I'm not. Please be my friend.
No, literally.
Where are we going? What's the dinner plan?
I'm like, what should we talk about now?
I love it though. Like we had it. We saw my little kids in the park. That was very sweet.
Oh, that was sweet.
That was
and
so
now
cute.
Maxie is calling Mel Mimi, and he's now just walking around the house saying, "More Mimi, more Mimi."
Oh my God,
very sweet.
Have you ever met Anna's kids, Kira?
I haven't because I think that when you had your kids, Anna, it was like very COVID.
Yeah, Maxie was very COVID-y.
Very
COVID-y.
Then you hosted US Women's Open with me, Kira.
Yeah, Anna was on maternity leave, which is why I was filling in on some stuff that year, which is when we first worked together. Yeah. So when I would have had the opportunity to spend time with Anna, they shipped me off to work.
Yeah,
fair enough. Well, that's it. Well, we kind of tag team host roles, so we never. Whereas like you, Mel, you're always next to us, whereas me and Kira like never actually get to be together. Although we did one segment at the Masters this year, didn't we? Together.
That was fun
with all the gals. Yeah,
that was so bizarre because it was Cara, Anna, me, all hosts, and then Paige. So she was probably fine. But Cara, Anna, and I probably all have this urge to lead the conversation. So Anna and I especially are looking at each other like, oh, well, what are we doing? Like, are you gonna take it to break? Are you gonna welcome everybody in? Like,
that's funny.
And I think Anna, you were hosting.
Yeah, it is. But it is really weird though when you're not in the host seat. Like it's such a different mindset when you're like, even this for me, I'm normally the one asking the questions. Being asked questions is not what I spend most of my time doing. It is like a real
But
flip.
isn't it so fun to be asked questions?
I do kind of like being asked questions. I'm like, this is me, everyone.
I love it when Anna asks me a random question. I've clearly not done any thought on it. And I'm just like, and I just completely go in a different direction and answer a completely different question.
Yeah, that's so true, actually. Like yesterday, we planned, I don't even know if you know what I'm about to say, but like we planned to do like a conversation about the Japanese contingency coming through on the LPGA, but I had been given like a graphic of all the different 5 majors on the LPGA this season. So obviously I was like, so Mel, what a major season. What different winners, first time winners, but she'd prepped something about Japan and she was like, no, it had been great. But I will say about these Japanese players.
I knew I really fucked up there, but I just went off on one.
No, you brought it back to your prep. That's great. Instead of going off about something you have no idea about.
No, trying to bullshit. I was like, well, I prepped on the Japanese stuff, so you're probably going to ask me the same question later, but I'm going to fuck that up for you now because you just fucked up by asking me a question I didn't know. So that's how we team up. But
I have to say, Mel, honestly, Mel, like having you, and I know you really don't like it when people say nice things to your face, but it's going to happen. It's about to happen. Having you on the desk is such a breath of fresh air because but honestly, like what you are doing in the women's golf space is like shaping the conversation around a tournament. Like players are actually listening to what you're saying, which is unheard of, I think, in the golf space. Like the players love you because you're a total reprobate and everybody loves that about you, but you make very valid points with an amazing opinion from experience. And now you're backing it up with stats and data. You and Brandel are sort of like the uncle niece relationship that I never knew I needed in my life. And I just love sitting on the desk with you two because you balance each other so well. In fact, we have been mistaken as Brandel's daughters before. So we do tend to call him daddy from time to time.
Are we allowed to tell that story here?
Yes.
I think it's so funny.
Absolutely, we're telling the story. Go on, Anna. This is your moment, girl.
It was good. It was, where were we?
We were at
CME Group Tour Championship, Florida, November last year.
Maybe Daddy took us for dinner.
Saturday evening.
Being
Mel,
Brandel.
Myself, his amazing wife, Bailey, and Brandel go for dinner. We all have, lovely wine, a bit of champers, a couple of cocktails. We're in the Uber on the way back. Brandel sat in the front. Me, Bailey, and Mel are in the back, just being quite rowdy. And the taxi driver's like, "Oh, sir, what a lovely evening you're out with your 3 daughters." And we were like, "Oh my God, yes." And then he goes, "I hope not, because I'm spanking one of them later." And I said, "Oh God, I hope it's not me." And Bailey goes, "I hope it's me."
And so all week we were like, "Hey, Daddy," and he fucking loved it.
Oh my God!
Isn't that hilarious? Oh, it's so funny.
We
do play on that.
Very good.
I absolutely love it. Oh dear me, that was funny as shit. Oh my
Daddy.
God!
But yeah, he is now the golf daddy in your life, and no, you guys do an amazing job.
No, that's very kind. Well, it's easy when I've got amazing hosts like you two. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go back to your kids because I fucking love your kids, and I was so excited to meet them. And Maxie is the cutest little fucking doll I've ever seen in my life. And he fucking just grabs my hand. Okay, so just quietly, I don't know if I've told you this story. This obviously was last week, so I don't know why I haven't told you. My ADD got ahead of me. And so when we were getting that smoothie out of that like grocery store place.
Yeah.
So he was like, grabbing my hand, I was like, "Come on, let's go play." So I was like, "Oh my God, look at this melon, like look at these lemons." And I was like juggling the limes and he was putting them back and he was having the time of his life. I didn't remember one fucking second. And I go, "Oh my God, what's he doing?" And he grabbed an apple and just fucking like, just laid into it, just bit into it. And I was like, "We'll be taking this."
I was going to say, did you put it back or did you take it?
Okay, so then Tom bought me an apple and I was presuming it was the apple that I'd seen him eat. And when I got outside, I realised that it wasn't because it was completely, it didn't have a bite mark in it. So I accidentally So some poor person in Stanford, if they happen to have half-eaten apple, I apologise. That wasn't my fault.
By the way, my Maxie is 3. It's not like he's 12. So.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I didn't think that you had a 12-year-old. I don't think anyone thought you
For the listeners.
And then Isla is going to be I cannot wait to take her for a beer when she's about 14 years old.
I'm a bit scared of Isla.
14?
She's
go easy on her, Mel.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I trust you, first of all. But she is like 14 months going on 14. She is such a sasspot. And the obsession with food is off the chart.
Never seen anything like it.
Oh my God.
What is her favorite? What does she go to?
I mean, she was basically eating salami when she was 9 months old. Like she's a machine. She's an absolute machine. And if you don't have a constant flow of food for her at breakfast, she will squawk at you across the kitchen. And
so Anna had given her a banana. So she'd already scoffed that. She'd scoffed like some crackers as well. And then I had a banana and I literally just saw this thing coming towards me because Anna sat next to me holding Isla, and Isla's just got a gob wide open, just like, like this at me. I was like, "Go on, girl." No, they're quality.
Kids.
They're awesome kids. They're awesome kids. Yeah. So it was very nice to meet them.
They do. They change your life, kids, and it's definitely. I think I would say like for anyone who. I mean, you guys know this, who travel, who really want to have a career, do the traveling before you have kids. Because once they arrive, it is much harder to, I mean, Mel, that's like part of the reason why you retired. Like, it's just so hard when they're here. And, you never know what you're going to get with kids. And like Mel said, Maxie is just like the biggest, heartwarming, lovable delight in the world. But like we've had a couple of complications with him and he has a little motor speech disorder. So his speech is way behind. It's sort of like a 6-month-old. Like there's just some kind of disconnect between what his brain wants to say and just a complete inability to say it. So we're kind of going down the road of a ton of speech therapy, and he's in a special needs school program. And there's, life can just throw these curveballs, can't they? And you don't really know what's coming. You have a healthy pregnancy and he's an amazing kid, but we don't really know what his future looks like. And when you're 3, you can get away with just being silly and dancing to yourself in the reflection of windows and mirrors, and just kids in the playground love him because he's just such an outgoing character. But that's like a big part of our week, is everything that sort of we can do to help Max to learn to talk, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see what his future looks like, but we are very lucky. But yeah, it's being a parent is intense, very intense.
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing an unbelievable job with him. You're just going to learn along the way, aren't you, as well? Like, we've spoken about this quite a lot. And like, just on a side note, I hope that that you've got like people around you that also are willing to help you and support you in any way you can. Myself and Kira included. So you've always guys.
And this is not a woe is me. We are so lucky.
No, but for you to be so
difficult.
open about it is so powerful. Especially, I just think about, we exist in this very forward-facing world where we have to be on TV and smile and welcome into golf, blah blah blah. Because and that, what a privilege that is. How much fun do we have? Like, we've never really had a real job. It's so great. But at the same time, you're also a real person behind that with real life issues, and you have to find a way to balance what you're going through at home, and then also coming in and being on live national television with a smile on your face. And that can be really, really hard.
It's funny. We actually spoke about this last week, didn't we? We were like, you've literally got it. It doesn't matter. Cause like, we've had some stuff, like with, the US, our Carly's quite open about it now, but we suffered a miscarriage during the US Women's Open, and then within 3 hours I had to just go on air and pretend that nothing hadn't happened. Do you know what I mean? And just like la 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 la, and like, it's crazy, isn't it? But you just, I don't know, you just got to kind of.
No, that is part of the job. You have to completely compartmentalize whatever has happened in your day, good or bad, before you come on live TV and talk about a sport and, as you say, entertain. And we're so lucky to do that job. But I think it can take a lot sometimes just to walk away, and that's part of the reason why, sometimes I do struggle a bit with social media. Like, I think of an example, even just a couple of months ago, my mom is very ill. She has advanced Alzheimer's, and I don't really get to talk to her that much. She's now in a care home, and the times that I do get to talk to her, it's a bit of a hit or miss as to if she's going to even respond to me on FaceTime, and it's only really when my dad goes and sees her now in a care home that I sometimes get the chance to see her. And every time it's slightly different. And I'd probably say for the last 6 months, every time I FaceTimed her, I don't hear her voice. She just kind of sits there and watches and listens. And maybe I'll show her the kids. And, you have the guilt of not talking to her, but then you have the guilt of talking to her, and you don't really want to, because she's, the shadow of the woman that she was growing up. And the other day I randomly spoke to her, and she was bizarrely cognitive. It was something that I hadn't experienced with her in months. And I called and I was like, hi, Mom, just, positive as always. And she was like, hi. I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm just at work. And she was like, oh, are you? I said, yeah, we're coming home soon because we're going back to England in a couple of weeks. And I said, yeah, we're going to see you soon, Mum. She was like, oh, are you? And she gave me a big thumbs up over on FaceTime. I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. And I was saying, oh yeah, Tom's over in Scotland. He's at the Scottish Open. And she was like, oh, fantastic. And yeah, and then, you put the phone down and you're kind of reminded all over again as to what it's like having your mum there to call. And I think with Alzheimer's, I've kind of gotten so used to her now, because it's been building for probably about 10 years. And really the last year or 2 years, she hasn't really been a part of my life, just because her vocabulary is so limited, and she just can't really, she can barely talk now, let alone in full sentences. So you get so used to, you kind of grieve her in a way. And then you have a phone call like that, and it brings it all back again. And then you kind of feel like you have to grieve her all over again. So it's just, it's very, very cruel. And Mel, you obviously lost your mom in a completely different way, just gone like that. You know, there is no easy way to lose probably the biggest person in your life, which is your mum. Mm-hmm. And I think when we get to this age, like in our late 30s, you start to realize that people aren't going to be here forever. Mm-hmm. And that's quite a big realization to have. And I think it really just forces you to try and just live for the now, because, you know, tomorrow isn't promised, and that's kind of morbid, but the older you get, the more examples you see of people losing people who are so close to them. And so, yeah, I like going back to England, I do kind of just dread. I kind of dread seeing my mum. And it sounds awful to say, but, you know, I see her and she's so ill. She can't, I mean, I'm sure she still does recognize me, but there's no real sign of it. And, you know, I would love her to see Max and Isla, because she kind of comes to life when she sees the kids. And, you know, babies and Alzheimer's, there's like a very special connection there with Alzheimer's patients. Kind of really, it does something in their little brain, I think, when they see a baby. So of course we'll go and see the kids. And then you fly back to America and you're like, am I going to see her again? What's she going to be like the next time I see her? So yeah,
it's really tough, mate. And I can't imagine, to be honest. And like, I lost my mum, but in a very different situation. I think you handle it as best as you can. Equally, I know. Exactly. It is very cruel. Life can be cruel, but thanks for sharing that, by the way. First of all.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think me and you, Mel, could probably both do a bit of therapy to deal with the loss.
I'll add that to my list. Thank you, Dr. Anna.
Maybe we'll go together. I think we could both do with a bit of help in processing all this, because it's a lot. Let's face it, it's a lot. And me and you have sat at a bar with a glass of wine and, you know, gone deep on our mums, and it's always it never ends with a dry eye in the house. And like, but,
no, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
But Anna, you're also in a different country. Dealing with this from afar. I mean, that must be just an entirely different level of having to process this constantly.
Well, yeah, but it's almost a blessing and a curse at the same time, because over the last 5 years, I'd say, where she's really needed more support and couldn't be left at the house by herself. And, you know, that burden obviously fell on my dad, who was really her full-time carer, really at home for about 5 years. And also my brother, who would cut when dad took a bit of respite and would go and play golf with the boys or would go away for the odd weekend. It would then fall on my brother. And that's been really, really hard for him. And it takes him a couple of days to recover from a weekend with mum back in those days, because it's just so overwhelming. And you can't reason. The worst thing you can do with someone with Alzheimer's is to try and reason with them and point out that what they're saying is crazy. And, you know, she would like pick up a bag of, I don't know, peppers, and she'd be like, well, I can't eat this. It's from Spain. And she'd have like weird paranoias about all sorts of different things. She always felt like her clothes were wet. She was like, oh, get this off me. It's wet. And bear in mind, just to paint the picture of my mom and how worlds apart this person is to who she was the mom who, you know, I was so lucky for most of my childhood. She gave up teaching and she spent most of her time really with me and my brother. And she was there at every netball match, every tennis match, every lacrosse match. She was always the mum who came on the school trip. She was the mum who like sat with me and like helped me with my homework. And she, like, her whole life was me and my brother, really. So, and she was so musical and she loved entertaining and she was full of positivity and so unconfrontational, which is why I can't deal with arguments, because she never taught me that skill. But she was just so positive and just such an amazing person. And to see this degeneration has just been surreal. And only really now, I'd say in the last year, can I get through a conversation like this and not just have a complete meltdown, because it's just such a loss and it's such a slow, drawn out loss. And for anyone going through a parent or a relative with Alzheimer's or dementia, I I feel you. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
You also said that the reason you might have been a little bit porky when you were younger is because she was like, I don't know why. She says, but my mum used to give me a boost every time I come back from school. So your mum was a bit of a feeder.
Do you have boost bars in America? Like the
Sorry, I don't know anything that you just said.
It's a chocolate bar.
Oh, okay.
She's basically
like a boost. I was like, is she picking her up? Is she like giving her a boost or something? Like,
a boost chocolate
She's
bar.
like, the reason why you're fat when you were a kid is because your mum picked you up with a chocolate bar.
With a chocolate bar. So Anna the other day was trying to justify why she wasn't. She said, I wasn't really that big. And I've seen a picture. She was a little bit on the bigger side. And
I think I've seen the same picture.
Yeah. And it wasn't, she couldn't even say like I was going to grow into it really because she was already 6'2" at the time. And so she goes, oh, actually, my mum did used to feed me a chocolate bar every time I got back from school. I was like, that might have been it. That was the start.
I know, but it's true. Like, honestly, growing up at school, I was the tallest person, probably the tallest person in the school, not just girl.
How tall are you, Anna?
I'm 5'11", but it took a while for like other, especially boys. Like,
they
I was at a mixed school until I was like
stuff.
11, and I was like the tallest person. So, oh God,
that's why she used to have to go out on a night out in denim skirts because she couldn't go out in normal trousers because it looked like a flood was coming in.
Oh God!
Oh, what?
But I will say. Don't ask. I didn't even know what she's talking about.
I'm so confused, but yes,
denim skirts.
Everyone went out. Anyway, everyone went out in denim skirts in the 90s.
I'm 5'5". I wore denim skirts.
I thought it was just. I've never worn a denim skirt.
Color me shocked. What do you wear on a night out, Mel? When you're at that age?
Cargo pants.
Well, actually, we've had this conversation. When I first used to start going out and
at 14 years old.
When I was straight back then. Yeah, I used to wear actually a white skirt with white stilettos and a really tight like cami.
Stilettos?
I'm obsessed with
mate.
that. White stilettos.
Mate, that was the thing.
Imagine the filth that came off the dance floor on those things.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Filth.
Yeah. Do we have photos?
No, I don't think. Luckily, iPhones went around then. No, I don't actually. No.
Okay.
I mean, we
I'll discuss with Carly and see what we can.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But hey, I used to slay back then. I used to snog everyone.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We're aware.
I'm shocked my tongue hasn't fell off, to be honest with you. The amount of creatures I put it down.
Did you have a good song? Now, how many?
You had a very full life before you got there.
Fucking hell.
In like your heyday, in like 18, 19, like how many people would you snog in one night?
Well, okay, so me and my mates, well, fucking hell, Anna, when you're 18 years old.
Just a question.
Anna loves a question.
We used to have like a game, me and my mates, like who could snog the most guys. And I did snog a significant amount one night. And I'm not going to share the number because it's fucking so slutty and embarrassing. It's disgusting. So I'm not going to do that. I'd probably snog, I don't know, 3.
Fine. That's
3's
fine.
fine. But that was an average. So
yeah,
some nights I'd have a dry spell for a couple of nights and then make it up the other night. You know what I mean?
And then there was probably that in between time when it was women and men. So you were really pumping the numbers up.
I was really doing a number. Nobody was safe in a nightclub with me. I was on the prowl.
God forbid when Mel Reid is on the prowl. We'll lock up your sons and your daughters.
Your daughters and everything in between.
Had your kids, had your wives.
God.
I love that.
Carly.
Sorry, I don't know how we ended up here from this very, very deep emotional conversation.
I'm pretty sure Carly does know what she's married. The story of and you can tell this another time, but the story of the first time Carly came back to meet your family is one of the great stories of just outrageousness.
And we'll do it when we have Carly on the show.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to ask my family for consent if I can tell this story.
So yeah, you clear it. You clear it first. Wait, Anna, your husband is a Geordie.
Well, his mum.
His mum is a Geordie. Okay,
his mum's side of the family. Yeah.
So when you met Tom, you immediately fell in love?
I thought I was like, oh, he's quite funny. He's quite fun. I like him.
And you met through work stuff?
Yeah, met through work stuff. He worked at IMG. He worked for the European tour. First met him at a golf event in China, and he was sat behind me in the media center, cracked a joke, and I was like, yeah, I quite like you. And the
media center love, we love it.
Yeah, so we sort of kept meeting in exotic locations, on the European DP World Tour, at a rooftop in Dubai at the end of the season. We'd be like, oh, hey you. And, we just sort of keep catching each other. And, and then I did like a digital show called Season Pass, which was like a weekly update European tour show. He had something to do with that, or maybe he made sure that he had something to do with that. So like every Monday in Stockley Park in London at the IMD offices, we'd have a little chit chat about Season Pass. And then, the messages would slowly start to divert away from Season Pass, and the rest is history. We love blossomed over the game of golf. All the things that golf can give you in life. Yeah. All the things that can give you in life. Yeah.
You fancied the pants off him, Anna.
Yeah, I think you're being quite chill about it.
She saw it and was like, oh my God,
is history.
He's mine. I'm going to eat him up like a buttercup.
Yeah, he'll be one of the 3 guys that I snog tonight, guaranteed. But no, he's amazing. And he is, so now he is fully, he's the Ryder Cup guy now. So he does all of the Ryder Cup content, documentaries.
Which is the best. The Ryder Cup content from the European side
so
is
good. So
chef's
good.
Kiss.
Yeah,
incredible.
All that viral stuff that you saw like back on the European tour over the last 5-10 years, that was like him and his team. So they did such an amazing job with the tour, and then he moved over to the Ryder Cup and now kind of doing both. But yeah, so we've got Luke Donald and Diane kind of blasting through his laptop every day, essentially on the phone, talking about Bethpage come September. So we like, my God, yeah, life is golf in this house.
Oh
which,
my gosh.
You win some, you lose some. But no, he is a very, very creative guy and just loves golf and it has ideas coming out of every orifice and just kind of makes it happen. He's a
good lad, isn't he?
He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
We'll keep him.
We had a nice lunch over the weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, but so not only do I not let Anna do anything without me anymore, but also when she wants to have a date with her husband over lunch, I'm like, I'm coming, right? Like,
so where are we going?
I'm like, where are we going? She's like, I'm going to lunch. Tom was like, oh, awesome, where are we going?
Great. What time?
No. We went for lunch, and then what do? We got friendship bracelets.
Which, you guys, is so cute, but also I'm like mildly offended.
I knew you would be.
No, of course, because I have to make it about myself.
But also, Kira, what's even more offensive is that we got one for Brendan de Jong and we didn't get one for you. That's even more offensive.
But we did think at the time, but then we thought, when are we next going to see you? So we will get you one, Kira. Don't worry.
Maybe tattoos when you see me.
Yes. Oh, we almost got a tattoo in Dallas. Me and Anna did.
We did. Yeah. We had like 6 hours to kill between shows and we were like, let's just go get you another tattoo, Mel.
And I was like, no, I'm not getting one until you get one. And so
do you have any tattoos, Anna?
No, I was this close to getting one when I was like 17 in Thailand with like a little rabies infested kitten on my shoulder, and I had drunk like 3 buckets of spiked liquid, and I was like, let's get a tattoo on my foot. Thank God.
Kira, she's way too posh for that. Posh people don't get tattoos. She can't. Posh people don't get
I don't have a tattoo either.
Exactly.
So I don't know if you would consider me to be posh, but
just put together.
I can't really tell what is a posh American accent. I don't know. I don't think I would even know if you were posh, even if
Hamptons?
If you were.
Yeah, like a
accent?
very, very highbrow northeastern person, like members at Winged Foot and Oakmont.
But what does that sound like?
Yeah, give us an example, Kira.
I don't. It just
use
sounds
your theatre.
I don't think it sounds like anything. I think it just sounds like a basic American. Some of them might have a slight New York or like Jimmy Roberts. Jimmy Roberts sounds like a posh American, posh Northeastern American.
Okay, I can hear that.
What about that woman off White Lotus of the newest season?
The one from North Carolina?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Bloody hell, sorry.
Piper, no.
Yeah. Piper, no.
I need my lorazepam.
Isn't that Southern?
Yeah. Well, she's like very.
Yeah, but she's posh Southern.
There's also a posh. Okay. There's like a very posh, very Southern. Yeah. Think. Savannah, Georgia. That type of Southern
Oh,
woman. I'm a good Southern
come
girl.
on in. Let me get
No.
you some
She doesn't
deviled
say
eggs.
come on in. She's not a woman of the night.
I'll get you some deviled eggs and some hash browns.
Oh, honey, come give me some sugar. Yeah.
I am your neighbor.
Your neighbor. Did you ever watch The Legend of Bagger Vance? The golf movie?
Oh, no. Kira.
We've got some
Ask
things
Anna
to
a
confess.
question. Ask Anna.
Ask Mel a question.
Ask Anna which is her favorite golf movie.
Anna, what is
Yeah.
your favorite golf movie?
Well, me and Mel were discussing this over the weekend,
No,
actually.
don't bring me into this.
And it turns out we have got the same taste in golf films. And in that, meaning neither of us have ever watched golf films. We've never watched any of the golf films.
I've watched Happy Gilmore.
Did you even say Harry Gilmore?
Right. Fuck off my dyslexia. You, young lady Anna, have never even watched that. So you can piss right off.
No, but you know what? I actually did watch the first hour
guys.
of Happy Gilmore 2 last night. I did fall asleep because it was 9 o'clock. It was far too late.
We don't do 9 o'clock anymore.
We don't do 9 o'clock anymore.
I haven't watched Happy Gilmore 2 just yet.
No, but the cameos are off the
I
chart.
think that you're
I've heard
just
it's quite
watching it
good.
for the cameos.
Yeah, every 10 seconds, it's like Eminem, it's like Travis Kelce, it's like all the golfers in the world. And then it's just like every famous person on the planet is essentially in that film.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
bit
don't
offended.
think that it's for the plot. I think it's for
No, not for the
the cameo life. But that's
Yeah.
okay. Not every movie needs to be there for the plot.
Oh, where's Mel Reid in the film? That's
I
the
was about to
question.
say, I'm slightly offended none of us are in the film.
Maybe it
quite
would have been
honest.
better. Maybe then the plot would have been better.
Maybe then
Because,
Anna
you know,
would
we
have
love a
watched
bit of
it
drama.
if herself was in it. She would have watched it.
Harsh. So harsh. Come on.
Rude.
But fair.
Anna,
Harsh
the
but
most
fair.
lovely person on the planet.
I know.
I know. She's like, I am so lovely. Are you kidding me?
You really do me dirty here, Reid. Come on.
Okay, well, I love The Legend of Bagger Vance. It's a great movie.
Yes.
It's Will
Where were we?
Smith,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, Matt Damon. It's like a legitimate movie. So
I would like. I'd
should-
also really like to watch Tin Cup because I've heard there's some real lovely
Tin Cup,
romance in
yeah.
there. Yeah,
there's some really good ones. High
I know.
plot.
It does. I
ones
feel
out
like
there.
it really sort of does discredit me as a golf journalist, having never
Why?
watched golf films.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's watched.
Well,
golf
no.
films.
You're just so above all of that, Anna. You're above reproach. You
that's
can't
what
be
it is.
swayed by
That's
basic
what it is.
media.
Yes. That's the puppy right there. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
That is what it is.
That's good.
So one of my favorite stories about you that our lovely boss at the Golf Channel and producer, Matt Hagerty, always says about Anna. And he's told me this story many times. And
Oh,
you know
gosh.
how Matt loves the story.
He is a bit like that. Though.
He is, but he's very passionate about this story. He always talks about how when you moved up to Stanford from Orlando, it was just in the heat of COVID. The whole world was falling apart. You're bringing the show on the air in this new building, this new environment. Everyone's losing their shit. Things have hit the fan. Tiger Woods has just driven off a cliff. Okay. And though everyone is absolutely panicking, and he says, and Anna Jackson sat there with a smile on her face and said, "It's okay, guys, we're coming on the air." And she brought everybody on the air with just this lovely Anna way that she does. And the show was clean and everything was great. And she put the whole crew at ease, put everybody back in the control room at ease because they knew that Anna was going to get them from point A to point B. And I can confirm that because Anna has always put me at ease with when I started to do hosting stuff. She would always say, just, you know what? One segment at a time.
One segment at a time.
That's
so funny.
Anna.
Is that the day? Was that Tiger's car accident day?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was, I mean, I'll just tell this very quickly, but we've all had days like this. Like Kira, your day like this, I'm sure would be when you were down at the PGA and Scotty Scheffler ends up in a prison cell and you're trying to figure out how the hell to report this back to Sky Sports. Tiger's accident was my day. So I'd just done 2 hours of golf today with the great Jimmy Roberts, and we had 2 hours in between that show and doing Golf Central. And I was like, Matt came in and he was like, there's a couple of tweets going around that Tiger's been in a car accident, but we don't really know anything. But just, stay on your toes. I was like, oh God, really? He's been Tiger in a car accident? And so 20 minutes goes by and it's like, okay, yeah, no, Tiger has been in a car accident, but we know nothing. Like, we don't know if he's alive. We know zero information. Has he collided with another car? Like, how injured is he? Where is this? What is going on? And so literally Matt, who like leads the team with his heart, and he sometimes gets a little bit ahead of himself. He comes in and he's like, Tiger's had a crash, people. We're coming on air in 5 minutes to break the news. We're breaking the news. We're getting ahead of this over any other broadcaster. Anna, get in studio. We're going live in 5. I was like, bloody hell, Matt. We literally know nothing.
Anna, I'm so glad you have a real microphone just for that bit. The drama came to life there, girl.
So I'm like running onto the set. We have like we have nothing officially released or like written, but we have enough sources confirmed now to like prove that this is legit. So honestly, I get onto the desk and everyone's just sort of scrambling, going all a bit mad. Like, obviously no one has any idea what's going on. And I have my producer in my ear and they're like, right, Anna, we're coming on air in 20 seconds. And we're breaking into School of Golf that's currently just running on Golf Channel. We're breaking the news that Tiger Woods has been in a single car accident near his hometown. Go. I was like, sweet holy Jesus. So,
here we go.
And here we go. But there was something about that moment. And I think when you're doing live TV and it is completely unscripted and you have no plan in place, you have no idea where the show or the conversation or this news is going to take you, all you can do is like settle into your chair, take a breath, listen to what you're saying. And also in this situation, try not to speculate, because the last time that we had seen Tiger, he had been in a broadcast booth a couple of weeks before with puffy eyes, and he really didn't look great.
A couple days before. It was just
a couple days before.
It was just
right.
the 2 days before at the Genesis.
Yeah.
He was in the booth with Jim Nance, and he
That's right.
didn't. And I only remember that because I was there, so I'm not like a weirdo about this.
But you're right. And so you can't suggest anything of any variety as to why this thing has happened. So yeah, we come on air, and literally 5, 4, Anna, to you in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. We are breaking the news here on Golf Channel. Anna Jackson with you that 82-time PGA Tour winner Tiger Woods has been in a single car. And then Jaime Diaz was next to me on the desk. Jaime Diaz is a bit of a flapper at the best of times.
Oh, bless. But we love Jaime.
We love Jaime.
Bless, yeah.
We love Jaime, but he does get a little bit nervous on live TV. He knows that. And he knows that. And
he would admit it. He would say the same.
I've given him many pep talks over the years about how brilliant I think he is. And he just needs to trust himself, because he's been covering golf for 50 years. He's been covering golf for 50 years.
No one knows it better than Jaime.
And he doesn't need a Bible of notes every time he comes on air, but he's an over prepper, and we can all fall into that trap.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're just filling time. And so then I'm just going off nothing, just purely sat there listening to my producer. And then we get news that we have helicopter video footage of CNN. So then you have to, you're turning to camera and you can say, right, can tell you that we've got footage in a helicopter broadcast by CNN. And then you see Tiger's car and it is a complete wreck. And you're like, oh my God, like there's a chance like Tiger has not made his way out of this. Like, it was to be there on live TV, to be like learning all of this as the viewer was learning it, and just trying to keep it straightforward and simple and not try to get caught up in the moment. Like, it was wild. And, I'll never forget that. That was a crazy day. And then give us an hour and a half, and Rich Lerner's been helicoptered in himself, and he takes over for the next 6 hours, and we kind of do some stuff on the side of the studio. But yeah, what a wild day. And that's the thing about this industry and live TV. And you are very much in a space where anything can happen at any point, and you've got to tell the world about it. And it's thrilling. Like, I kind of love days like that. It just, it's a real test of what this job, like at its maximum level of just trusting yourself and just slowing down, and
which is the hardest part of the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess it is. But it's kind of, I don't know, there's something about my brain that just kind of kicks into gear when you really have no other choice. You get in the zone, in your flow state.
You've got no other choice, have you? Sometimes
you've no other choice.
You just got to get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
well done.
I don't know, coming down the back nine on Sunday when you're in contention, Mel.
Yeah.
You're in your flow state.
Wow. Thank you. I mean, that only happened about 3 times, so thank you.
And one time you flowed. You flowed entirely.
One time I flowed.
Very, very much. But I always think about, like, if I get into a bind, or I start to get overly nervous or over prep, or your mind kind of starts going faster than the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I always just try to bring myself back to an Anna Jackson calm, or Cara Banks. Cara's obviously really great at it too.
Yeah.
Cara Banks calm.
Yeah.
A Henny's great at it. A Henny calm. And just think about how you guys would handle any situation.
But especially when you're in the field, that's hard though, because you've got like stuff happening very quickly and but
at the end of the day, I mean, obviously the life and death situation with Tiger was a huge thing, but at the end of the for most days, it's just golf.
It's just golf.
It might get really dramatic, but it's just golf.
Exactly.
So I have to just like Anna Jackson myself. Kira K. Dixon here. Glad to have you with us.
And and anytime I try to not pose incredibly awkwardly, I Kira K. Dixon myself. I'm like, okay, how does Kira do this without, like, me and you, Mel, we're quite awkward when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, Kira, you've got just
Oh, like you mean the pictures and stuff?
Yeah,
that's a different scale entirely.
Yeah, but it's one that I certainly do not have.
You guys,
Kira's made for that shit.
That is just shamelessness.
Kira is made for that shit.
Made for it.
Mate, it's incredible.
I've never seen a bad photo of you, Kira.
Never seen a bad photo of Kira either.
You guys, I try
through and through, babe.
So hard, but
so annoying.
I try so hard to take bad photos,
I
and
have
I can't.
10,000 hours of having practiced my poses. Okay,
yeah,
I have a completely different training for that.
I love it, but I will say, just in golf in general, to have golf in any young woman's life, I do think is just such a feather to the bow in whatever you end up doing in life as a woman. If you've got golf in your back pocket, if you can just go out, and even if if you're a 20-25 handicapper, who cares? It's such a superpower.
Yeah.
I think it brings so much to our lives. Obviously, we're all connected to the game. And
I can't believe we're all here because of a silly sport.
It's just a silly little sport.
Little sport.
It's a silly little sport. Yeah. So for all the gals out there, pick up a club.
Yeah,
pick up a club
well
today.
said, mate. Okay.
1-800. Pick up a club today. Anna, do you have a shush of the week for us?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think I'd shush the message that women can have it all.
Love that.
Great for the podcast. Thank you, Anna. That's been fantastic having you on.
No, listen. Women can have it all, but they can't have it all at the same time. Okay. And this is my theory. You can have the career, and you can have the family, and you can have the friends, and you can have the kids, but you can't have it all at the same time. So if you're having like a great stretch in your career, it probably means you haven't seen your kids. Like, I had an amazing June out on the road with Golf Channel, saw the kids for 6 days in June. But then if I have a month with the kids, then it probably means I've done absolutely nothing in the golf world for that month. So, women can dabble, but women can't have it all. And we're just not designed to, be away from our kids and have this huge
to be
career.
Fair, Michelle Obama says that.
Does she?
Yeah, you can't have it all at the same time. Yeah.
Well,
Michelle. So basically, we're the first lady now.
She's infiltrated America.
Yeah. Well done, Anna. Thanks for that inspiration. That women can actually not have it all.
It's just an unrealistic standard to try to constantly be striving toward, like, women can have it all. I can have my perfect job and perfect career and perfect relationship and travel and look pretty and skinny and all of that. Like, actually, let's just everybody calm down.
And maybe
that
came out.
No, it came out great.
More negatively than
it came out perfectly.
It came out perfect.
I'd also shush all the mum accounts on Instagram that tell you that you only have 18 summers with your kids, and that you only have little kids for 5 years, and if you're not with them every day for the first 5 years, then you're going to be mourning your child because you never got to see them as a baby. Like, stop putting so much pressure on women to be there all the time for their kids.
Yeah,
it's stressful. Anyway,
well said.
Well said. I don't have kids yet, but I feel like I will subscribe to what you just said.
Well said.
Bye.
And we'll be here when you do.
What's yours, Kira?
Mine is, there's this guy in my DMs that has been, it's always about some of my DMs. There's this guy in my DMs that sends me so many messages, just like constant, responds to everything I do, blah, blah, blah. And
What's
the other day.
Can we out him?
No, it's okay. I don't want to give anybody attention. But the other, and usually everything I never respond, obviously, and everything that he says is generally like pretty nice or like asking me to meet him at random golf courses or whatever. But the other day,
stalkerish.
I know, Ji Hae posted this swing video of me where she was helping me work through some stuff with Sportsbox, just on what I'm working on in my golf swing. And he responded to it and said, XYZ about your golf swing sucks. You suck about that. This sucks about it. And I was like, oh my God, like just because I don't respond to your DMs, now you're slagging off my golf swing? Like, fuck off.
He definitely is a real person.
It definitely is a real person. And got really angry in the DMs because he thinks I don't read them. I read them all.
Use of the adjective slagging, though.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you.
Well
I used it in a sentence. I thought you'd be proud. I'm so
very proud of you there, Kira. Well done.
Thanks. Mel, do you have a shush?
I do. So my shush of the week is I really like bad things to stop happening to me when I'm working with Anna Jackson. So for an example,
bad things that you secretly love.
So first of all, missed my flight. I was working with Anna Jackson.
I didn't miss my flight.
This is the one where you guys had 3 bottles of rosé.
Yeah, 4. Yes.
Maybe you should take a little bit of accountability there, but okay, continue.
Well, no. I was working with you when I had to reverse the car back up the car park. I was working with you when I fell down Mount Everest. I also was working with you when I was still playing and you were like, oh mate, wouldn't it be really funny if you went to your next event and shot 82? I had to birdie the last to shoot 81. And so all these things have happened to me. I started my period this week, didn't have any tampons, so I had to run to Target in the morning before I went on set.
I would like to point out that I directly am not connected to actually any of these single events happening. I happen to be like in your aura vicinity at the time, but I'm not actually making any of these things happen to you.
I feel like
I don't know. Maybe your cycle is trying to sync up with Anna's, and so that's why your period came at a time you weren't expecting.
Right, I'm the alpha. I'm the alpha. This shouldn't be happening, and now I'm just on track with any woman that's around me. So I'm obviously, what's it called?
You're
surrendering. Anyway, but yes,
I know.
We'll work on that. You've also had plenty of great times with Anna when you've been.
Oh my God.
We have the best times.
And then the bad stuff always ends up as fodder for the podcast. So it all works out.
Yeah, and it is funny. And it just happens to be with me. It's always me. It's never Anna. So
we bloody love you, Mel Reid.
No, we bloody love you. Mate, that was awesome. Thank you so much. You're obviously one of my favorites, and I've really enjoyed. I've obviously known you for years, but we said this, didn't we, last week? I said it's just been really cool getting to know you properly, and you're definitely in my circle as one of my bezies. So awesome to work with, and thanks for making me comfortable on set when I know nothing about broadcasting. I am dyslexic and I can't read very well, so thank you for making me comfortable.
Other than that, she's the voice of the future.
She is. And I just have to say, Anna, too, when I first started hosting, Anna came in on her day off. She came into the studio and she, well, first of all, the day before that, she let me shadow her. And then on her day off, she came into the studio. She helped me figure out how to use the software, the computer. She was in the studio, just standing in the background when I hosted a show live for the very first time, just to be there to support me and to help answer questions in between and breaks. And she made me feel so comfortable. And that's a situation where a lot of people would think like, oh, a new girl coming in to host, like this could be competition or you guys shouldn't get along. And Anna just went above and beyond to make me feel so comfortable in that situation. And Anna, you're always like that. And you're so authentically yourself. And you're like the fact that you were so vulnerable today too about, life is really hard sometimes and you're dealing with it all with so much grace. So I'm super inspired by you. And I know we all joke around, but I just love you so much.
See, look at this sisterhood we're creating.
Well, this is it. But you're my gals. You're my gals. And I love you both very, very much. So I'm so glad that we've been able to hang out this afternoon, got the kids out of the house and just have 1 hour with my gal friends. You guys are amazing. I love you both.
Thank you. And tell Maxie and Isla that Mimi loves them.
No, he needs to get over you. It's a bit much, to be honest.
Don't worry, he'll get over me very quickly.
He'll be on to the next soon enough.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll be
on to Kiki.
Yeah,
exactly. Kiki, yes, Kiki. All right, Anna, we love you.
Bye guys.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.